Hi, I'm Mary Lomax Garaduzzi, and I serve as the inaugural Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion and Chief Diversity Officer at the University of the Pacific. I'm also a professor of communication. I am so glad to tell you about the work that we've been doing at Pacific and centering equity and inclusion in everything that we do, and our teaching and learning, as well as in all of our recruitment and retention endeavors. The McGeorge School of Law is one of the finest law schools in the United States. And this year, we are so proud to report that over half of our students are students of color. This milestone is a significant place for us to be as we are educating the next generation of diverse attorneys and lawyers and counselors who will lead the nation and who will be at tables that center these issues of equity, diversity, and inclusion. I am just so excited about where we are at, and I want to thank you so much for your contributions and the things that you have done to help support our students to bring us to this particular point. McGeorge opened the Center for Inclusion and Diversity, as well as the Military and Veteran Student Center. The Stockton campus also opened up a new Military and Veteran Center, and so these two endeavors are so important as we continue to provide legal education, as well as other educational opportunities to our veteran community. We are ranked 12th in the nation for Asian American students and 32nd in the nation for Latinx student enrollment. Last fall, the McGeorge School of Law received a $25 million gift from the Egglets. Now, $20 million of which is going to be used specifically for the purposes of the recruitment, retention, and graduation of future lawyers of color, members from underrepresented communities. Additionally, the university, through the POW Fund, will match $5 million. So in total, bringing it to $30 million of dollars for scholarships. We are so excited about this transformational gift, and we want to encourage others who want to participate in helping us educate the next generation of diverse and fierce lawyers who come from diverse backgrounds. We please invite you to join us. My hope is that this video is informative and helps you see what we are doing here at Pacific, and specifically the McGeorge School of Law. We invite you to be a part of the work that we're doing. We ask you to send candidates to us that you know would be wonderful in the legal profession, and we want you to join us as we continue to put issues of equity and inclusion at the center of everything that we do, not only at the McGeorge School of Law, but throughout the entire university. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Valerie James, Senior Assistant Dean of Admissions, Financial Aid, and Diversity Initiatives here at McGeorge School of Law in Sacramento, California. In addition, I am the co-advisor to the Black Law Students Association here at McGeorge. To give you an idea about who your future peers are, the University of the Pacific McGeorge School of Law's entering class this year was racially and ethnically diverse. 51% were students of color, 54% are women, 38% are first-generation college students. And historically, McGeorge's students of color have represented at least 40% of each entering class for the past several years. Our students entered law school this past August during different stages of their life and careers. Their ages of our incoming students ranged from 20 to 57. This year, students also speak or sign 27 languages, including Arabic, Spanish, Farsi, Italian, American Sign Language, and Russian. McGeorge is working to increase representation and improve students' sense of belonging within the law school and the legal profession by some of the following ways. The McGeorge School of Law joined the California Leadership Access Workforce, or Cal Law, Pathways program as one of the program's institutional partners in 2021. This program aims to establish a pipeline of diverse students from high schools, community colleges, four-year institutions, and law schools into law or law-related careers so that the legal profession better reflects the society in which we live. Our JD Admissions Office has led pathway events at McGeorge for more than 10 years and actively works to recruit prospective students from historically Black colleges and universities and Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities, or Hispanic Serving Institutions. The faculty at McGeorge unanimously passed a resolution to actively work to become and remain an anti-racist institution in 2021. The resolution was supported by McGeorge's 5 alumni advisory boards and the McGeorge staff. McGeorge houses a Center for Inclusion and Diversity, or CID space. Programming in the center seeks to build community, foster understanding on issues of diversity, and promote an atmosphere of inclusion and belonging. McGeorge launched a new Military and Veteran Student Center to support its military, serving, and veteran students in 2021. The Military and Veteran Student Center was the first of its kind in Northern California. Nationwide, there are less than 10 similar centers offered to students at ABA-accredited law schools. Our law school faculty unanimously supported and raised funds for the establishment of the Faculty Diversity Scholarship in 2015, which is awarded to diverse incoming students. The scholarship demonstrates the faculty's commitment to the importance of diversity in the student body and in the legal profession.
Hi, my name is Adrienne Carpenter McKinney, and I'm an assistant professor at McGeorge School of Law. At McGeorge School of Law, I teach within the Global Lawyering Skills Program, which is our 1L and 2L writing program. But I'm also an advisor to BALSA, the Black Law Student Association. Within BALSA, I assist students in career planning, I assist them in planning events while on campus, and I'm also there as just a person to listen to their concerns and help guide them through the rest of their legal career.
Hi, my name is Taisha Watts. I am in the Master's in Public Administration program, and I picked McGeorge because I am a full-time working professional, and when I was researching different graduate programs, this one stood out to me because throughout the application process, the faculty and staff that I met with were so welcoming and supportive throughout the entire process, and they made me feel at home and made me feel like I'd be supported throughout the program. So when I was accepted, I knew that it was the right fit for me.
Just being in Sacramento, I've been in Sacramento for about 10 years now. I really didn't want to leave. I've been involved in a legislator for about 5-6 years, been an activist in Sacramento. Some of the professors actually were on the front lines with us. If not, they were the legal observers to help us, that helped us during the protest. Some of the professors have been involved in the suit we filed against Sac PD, the sheriff, and the county of Sacramento when they illegally detained us. So I felt home, and I already have a sense of community coming here, and I still feel that while I'm here. So it really made sense to just be at home and study the law and not uproot myself and go somewhere else.
I chose McGeorge because of its location, because it's at the center of Sacramento, which is the center of California and politics, and which led me actually to take the courses leading me to the concentration in capital lawyering. And in that concentration, we focus a lot on law and policy, on different ways we can make society better in an institutional sense, but while involving the law. It also benefits my day job. I work as an environmental advocate. I focus on environmental policy and climate change, budgetary issues within the state legislature. And since joining the cohort here at McGeorge, my advocacy has gotten so much better. My ability to synthesize arguments and really hone in on messaging has vastly improved.
McGeorge is right next to the Capitol. It has a lot of networking opportunities and access, and it's just a great small campus where it seems like you kind of get an intimate relationship with your professors. You're not just kind of lost in the crowd, so it just seemed like a really nice place to go to.
So McGeorge has an excellent trial advocacy program as well as the prisoner civil mediation clinic. I spent a lot of time working with inmates and was a definite big part in why I came to McGeorge.
I would say the mode of teaching, the equipment available to students, especially international students like myself. I must confess, when I was coming, I was a bit anxious. How will I be able to fit in? Are you sure I can do this? Am I biting more than I can chew? But surprisingly, I had a lot of materials. The professors, they helped me to they just walk me through each and every course. They tell me, okay, these are the materials and the tools you need to succeed. And it has been helpful because of what I was expecting. I can say they really met my expectations, in terms of settling in the American education.
I was ready to come back to California. So after my undergrad, I moved to Philadelphia for a few years. And then when I was finally ready to go to law school, I was like, you know what, I think it's time for me to go back to California. And then McGeorge specifically, the Capital and their capital lawyering program, when I was doing research about it, I just figured that would be perfect with my interest in policy. What other place to go but McGeorge?
I had to send it down to McGeorge because of the programs and the package that McGeorge gave me. They gave me scholarship, and I looked at the courses that I would be taking here. There were courses that I could relate with, that corroborated with what I intended to do in the future. So that was why I settled for McGeorge. And I also liked the state of California, so I'm like, why not take McGeorge? So it was all in sync with what I wanted to do as a person and my drive as a professional.
Well, I'm from Sacramento, and so I grew up always watching George grow, looking at this beautiful campus and seeing how it has improved over the years. And back then, when we had football at the undergraduate stuff, we could recruit. And so one of the things that helped me really make my decision to go to Pacific as opposed to some other schools that I had scholarships was that I could spend my time here. And I got to know the professors. Dean Lord Shaver was here at the time. And I could come over anytime. And they're just such nice people. And it was fun because also I could coach at Sac State and go reading here as well at an ABA accredited law school, which made a huge